G'day everyone and welcome to episode 582 of Aussie Tech Heads. It's the 3rd of May 2018. We're brought to you by athwebhosting.com.au. Go there for some nice shared hosting services, hosting your email, also your WordPress sites. A couple of clicks and you've got a WordPress default installed. And also SitePad, a magic drag and drop website creator. And it comes free with the business and professional plans. athwebhosting.com.au.
And Drupal.
Oh, we do Drupal as well. Only the secure Drupal these days. SSD drives, all that sort of stuff. You know the drum. You can listen to us on the podcast, yes, and webpage at aussietechheads.com.au/podcast, on Facebook at facebook.com/Aussie Techheads and youtube.com/Aussie Techheads, and also the TuneIn radio app. Get that downloaded on your device and search for Aussie Tech Radio. Probably search for Aussie Tech Heads, probably come up there as well. But the Aussie Tech Radio comes up. That's wall to wall, 24/7, back to back. Australian podcast, no New Zealand. I don't know what's happened to those guys over there. What's happened to you guys? All your podcasts have stopped. But anyway, let's hope that you guys come back up soon. All right, this week we have Jordan and Jace. Who's first? He's Jordan. He's first up. Here we go. Hey, Jordan.
I'm first this week.
How you going? Good.
I'm good, and you?
Good.
Yeah.
Thanks. Good. What's news this week?
Oh, not a great deal.
Nothing.
Been just doing.
He's looking a bit hairier.
He is
hairier
hairier.
than last week.
Yeah, good. And Jace, how you going?
I been spending money again.
Oh, Chromecast. Nice.
And Galaxy S9 as well.
Oh,
so what happened
nice.
to the Pixel 2? You were asking everybody on Facebook whether you should buy that or the Pixel 2. What happened?
All the reviews I saw said that the Galaxy S9 has got newer, faster CPU. The Pixel's got last year's technology, basically, and the Galaxy S9 has got this year's technology and much cooler and stuff. So I wanted to get the Pixel 1 when it came out, and then I found out that they'd taken shortcuts to try and get it out quickly because the manufacturer decided they weren't going to do it, so they had to quickly switch to another one. And then I thought, I'll wait for the Pixel 2, and then the S8 came out, and I didn't really have much patience and ran out and quickly bought it. And then I got an email from Telstra this week, and they're like, oh, hey, you're on the swap and go plan, and you've been with us for a year on the plan with the S8, so come in and get either the Pixel 2 or the S9, whichever you want. So I went into Telstra, and I was like, yeah, I want the S9. They're like, cool, there you go, and here's some extra gigs of data, plus a bonus 5 gigs of data, plus everything. It's great.
That's good. I've got a couple.
And it's the first phone that I ever got that came with the silicon case in the package with the phone. Usually you have to buy that on eBay separately.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Now,
even the Telstra guy is like, oh, so you're just going to buy a case on eBay? I was like, yeah, don't worry about cases. And then I get home and open up and there's one in there.
Oh, nice work. Now,
I've had the Pixel 1 for a long time, and I've been saying to myself, I think if I get a new phone, it'll be the S9. I really like it.
It's very nice, yeah.
Now, Jordan, for some reason, you've gone down in volume. So I just wondered if you could...
You're about half.
Yeah, for some reason, as soon as we started. But just while he's doing that, I did a purchase as well. Do you want to...
Yeah.
Hang on, we might have to... How you go? How's that volume, Jordan? How you going?
No.
Still the same.
It hasn't changed for me. Is it still the same?
Yeah, it's all very
It's
gone
about
soft
half
again.
to what it was at the start.
As soon as you hit record.
It is. It's always the way. All right, well...
Stop and then see if the volume goes up and then hit record again and see if it goes down again.
Is there any...
I might have also bought a robot vacuum.
Oh, a Robo-Made?
It's called Pro Scenic.
Never...
But reviews said it was really good. It was like $290 or something. All my friends have got like $800, $900 Roombas and stuff. And I was like, well, I don't really want to pay that. But this one had really good reviews. So Australia Post was supposed to deliver it yesterday, but they haven't. Thank you, Australia Post.
Oh,
they sent me a text message yesterday afternoon going, yeah, it's a 790T version of that. It's a gold one.
I thought it meant it had 811 gig in it.
That'd be nice.
That's on the web page. There's an 811 GB model. I thought it was an 811 gig. That would be nice.
Find the 790T. That's the one I got. It's nice gold and black. There it is.
That's the 790 terabyte version. Wow.
Yeah, even better.
That's awesome. And the P8.
Yeah, it's got a water tank on there, so it can wash your kitchen floor as well. And you switch it out and put back in the other one, and it'll just go around sucking up all the dirt. And now we've got a dog in the house. We really need something to go through daily. And most people say no matter what robot vacuum you get, you should do a proper vacuum at least once a week or so. But without that, you'd probably need to vacuum nearly every day with dogs going through the house and stuff. So this one keeps it going.
You haven't got a cat as well, have you?
No.
I just
Ride it around the house.
I just saw the 811 GB. It's Alexa control.
Yeah, so is mine, the next one down.
Oh, how good's that? That's good.
You just say, hey, Alexa, go vacuum the house, and it'll send the robot off for you. I read somewhere that it's supposed to be integrated with Google Home as well, but they don't advertise that, so I'll have to see what happens, because also I talked last week about having the Google Home. That's why I never wanted to have a Chromecast, but I got a TV in the main bedroom now, and I want to be able to stream stuff on there. So I thought rather than getting a big system for doing streaming, I'll plug one of these. They're fairly cheap, and stick that in the TV, and then I can just say, hey, Google, stream Daredevil, and it starts up Netflix and starts playing the episode that I'm up to.
Hey, Google, for my phone just went.
Hey, Google. What?
Hey, Google.
Hey, Google, format C:.
Now,
Is my microphone turned up there now?
no.
Seems a bit loud.
No. Tap. Are you on the right one? Tap that
It
microphone.
might be on your headset.
Tap that. No. What about the one in front of you? Tap that one. Yeah, it's on that one.
That's the one.
That's louder than what you're
It's
talking.
very quiet. Yeah.
It's louder than me talking.
Oh, that's
Oh,
better.
that's better.
Yeah.
Just talk like that, John Laws.
You'll be talking to my head all night because you can't see my face.
That's right. All right. Yeah. So what?
I can turn it up, but it's getting really loud for
That's
me.
better. That's good.
good.
That's good.
Really good.
Leave it there. Can't you turn your headphones down?
Yeah.
I can. But
Yeah.
I don't know how the audio is going to go later.
It's all right for me. Don't worry about.
You'll be remixing everything after the show's done. You'll have to redo it.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's perfect. Turn it down in your ears, but keep it that way for me. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah. So what did I buy? I'll tell you what I bought. I bought a phone as well.
Xiaomi.
Yeah. How'd you know?
Because
So
you've been
landline
going
phone?
on and on and on about how wonderful Xiaomi is these days.
What is it? Is it just like a Unidam or something?
It's one of those ones that catch fire he was talking about he got for his daughter. Keeps the house warm in winter.
That was the.
It's kind of like a Galaxy.
Not that one.
Note 7.
Where is it? That's not that one. It's the Xiaomi. I don't know. It's not even on their webpage anymore.
You bought a phone that doesn't exist.
That's right.
That's amazing,
The
Glenn.
invisible phone.
Oh, look, they've taken it off the page. I know because they sold out. Oh, here it is. The MA1. There it is, right in front of me. There we go. It's the Xiaomi MA1. And thanks to Andrew, I think it was, who initially put me onto the Xiaomi. That sounds crazy, doesn't it? But yeah, look, the little daughter's been using it for 5 months and loves it. And yeah, I finally just thought, my iPhone was playing up to a certain degree. Apps were just closing and that, and who knows what it is. It probably was the battery or something. So I just thought, and also there's things I just can't stream to the Chromecast. And I know I probably should get an Apple TV, but I'm not paying $400 for an Apple TV. And I just thought, well, I'm not going to spend it. I just can't spend $1,000 on another Apple phone. So I thought I'll get a Xiaomi for $330, and even if it breaks, I can buy 3 of them for the price of one Apple. So it should arrive soon, and I got a nice case. So I'll show you. It's got a little stand on, a little flip stand. I'll show you when it comes. It's looking good. But while we're talking about Xiaomi, I have a story about them, actually. It's launches. They launched a 10 billion Hong Kong stock market listing. So they're no small fry. They're big phones. Chinese.
Wow.
Ooh, wow. Chinese smartphone. Xiaomi has filed to list on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange in a move that is expected to raise $10 billion. The stock market, like that, Jace?
You can't do that anymore.
I know. Poor, it's not that. The stock market. The stock market flotation with the world's biggest debut in 2018 and the largest since China Alibaba raised $25 billion. So this is no small fry, these Xiaomi phones. Xiaomi's bounced back after admitting last year it had grown too quickly. So as well as in China, it's a major player. Where's a up-close photo? There's one there of Xiaomi. As well as in China, it's a major player in India, where it rivals Samsung to be the most popular handset. Last year, the Xiaomi moved into... I'm not getting paid for this either, by the way, for advertising Xiaomi.
Sure about that?
Maybe it was a free phone. Oh, I wish.
I'm just trying to get the show better ratings in China.
That's right, yeah. Besides smartphones, Xiaomi makes the other internet-connected home appliances and gadgets, including air purifiers, rice cookers. Oh, rice cookers. I'll give that one a shot. Maybe I'll buy one of those. I wonder if that's Alexa connected. Currently, most of its profits come from internet services, and it has set up apps offering music and other entertainment in a similar business model to that of a Chinese company called Tencent. Or Tencent, or something, whatever the Chinese want to say. But yeah, so look, I bought it from Kogan, and and interestingly enough, I don't know, maybe the accountants out there in the audience, but there's no GST on this phone when I bought it from Kogan, and made me scratch my head because why? Because it's sold in Australia, and I thought Kogan was an Australian company, so I asked the question why there was no GST, and they said, well, it's under 1,000, and it's sourced from Hong Kong. But I just thought everything that sort of was sold with an Australian company, which I thought Kogan
Harvey
was.
Norman won't be happy about that.
No, I know. So anyway, but that's the go. Yeah. So
I thought you might have got one of those phones that I just sent in the chat. Have you seen
What's a no phone?
the nophone.com?
no, what chat?
Zoom.
In the-
Just go to the
I can't do
nophone.com.
Okay. No phone.
The nophone.com.
the no phone.
The no phone.
I'll get
It's in
rid
the
of.
Zoom chat.
Oh, that stuffs everything up if I'd start mucking around with that. Oh,
There you go.
the no phone. What's all that about?
Scroll down a bit, it tells you what it is.
So it's just a bit of plastic.
Yeah.
That's a security blanket phone. Pay attention without having a panic attack. A simulation.
So it's got no battery, so your battery's not going to run out. Completely toilet bowl resistant.
It was on Shark Tank. Are you serious?
And they got a selfie version that's got a bit of reflective surface on the front, so you can get a selfie.
They're $12.
Yeah, you can get two of them for a couple's phone, so you can not message each other. And there's a family plan where you can buy 4 of them together. Or there's family plan selfie edition where you can get 4 with a reflective surface on the front, so you can see yourself.
And what's the
Why would they go on Shark Tank? Like, who's going to support a business?
It was a joke that people really liked. So
What's the complimentary toilet bowl? Oh, resistant. I see what it is. Right.
yeah,
Right.
So if you
Okay.
drop it in the toilet, you can wash it and it'll still not work the same as it didn't before.
Yeah, that's funny. The no phone. Oh, look at them. There we go. But I think they're going to get in trouble here, like really big trouble, because it does.
Over 15,000 people have made the brave choice to switch to a no phone. With a thin, light, and completely wireless design, the no phone acts as a surrogate to any smart mobile device, enabling you to always have a rectangle of smooth, cold plastic to clutch without foregoing any potential engagement with your direct environment. Never again experience the unsettling feeling of flesh on flesh when closing your hands.
Do you think that Apple might sue? It looks a bit like the iPhone.
No, they'll be fine. What's included? One no phone, an instructional manual on how not to use it, more of your attention and some real friends. What's not included? Texting your ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend, location tracking, browser history, data overages, dead batteries, and phone.
Everything you just you didn't need.
Yeah.
So you get stuck on the side of the road and you need to call for help.
Or you can call as
You'll
loud
need-
as you want. They
You
might
need a megaphone.
a mega no phone.
Well, you could throw it at a passing motorist, and then and then it wouldn't break it even. So it's got it's the bonuses
It's
all around.
unbreakable.
It's got comparisons there on the product page. iPhone, phone, yes, no phone, no. Screen, yes, no phone, no. Memory, yes, no phone, no.
Is it a 2G compatible?
Wow, it doesn't have a SIM card, so I'm pretty sure it's not.
Oh, look out! The crooks will be onto this one. I wonder
Right.
I wonder if it's like you can also use it as a burner phone, a burner no phone.
Well, if you had a match or a cigarette lighter, sure.
Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Now, look, talking about phones and stuff, because before I get on to one of your guys' story, while we're talking about phones, there was one I saw. It might have been one of my first ones. Yeah, these unlimited plans. You've seen these get offered up through the week from Telstra.
Telstra started and everyone jumped on the bandwagon.
Yes. Yeah, I saw that. I just by chance just started looking around for mobile plans because I'm with Audi, and I don't know, I just wanted to see. I had Belong in the back of my mind, and yeah, I saw the Telstra one, but the Telstra mobile plan, their unlimited plan, is $69 a month on a 12-month plan, includes unlimited data. So what happens is you get on that $69 a month, you get 40 gig, and after you use your 40 gig, it slows to 1.5 megabits. So
which is probably faster than a lot of ADSL in Australia anyway.
Oh,
What is it? 1.5 megabits you get after it's run out.
Yeah, it's not fast, but they reckon it will stream. It says it's fast enough to stream video and music. So I don't know about video.
Is this taken off already?
Yeah, I think today.
Special. Unlimited phone plan.
Some of the news websites jumped on it and they're like, well, that's the end. Put a nail in the coffin of the NBN. We don't need that anymore because we've got Telstra Unlimited Street. You're like, do you even talk to a gamer or somebody who has to upload terabytes of data
Gamers
at any time?
No. Gamers hate it.
It's not going to replace the NBN.
But for the people who don't play games.
Well, it's good. Yeah.
And don't upload much.
Yeah, well, Vodafone. So I get.
Could jam the towers up, though, couldn't it? With everybody deciding that they're going to use their downloads at once on the towers.
But
everybody be downloading, as much as they can.
Yeah, so I think it's Vodafone has also jumped on the unlimited. Optus was offering it, but now they've stopped. But I'm sure it's not going to be too long before that comes back. Vodafone's got 3 similar plans. The cheapest one costs $60 a month for 30 gig of uncapped download speeds before being capped at the 1.5. Geez, wouldn't be much any collusion there, would there? Let's just stop it at 1.5 after it, The other 2 plans cost $80 a month for 60 gig uncapped and $100 a month for 100 gig uncapped. One of the key differences between the 2 plans is that Vodafone will also bundle in a smartphone, and Telstra is, surprisingly, BYO only. So I would have thought...
Remember back when we used to get 500 meg from Telstra per month?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think what was it?
Used to cost an arm and a leg too.
Yeah, the others were like, oh, we'll give you 1 or 2 gigs. You're like, whoa, let's go with Vodafone Optus. They're so huge. And now Telstra's like, how about unlimited?
Well, I remember when my cable was only 12 gig a month.
Yep.
That's all you got. And I think when it slowed to 64K. So
yeah,
that's where everything starts. But
remember getting charged by Aussie Mail by the hour.
Oh, Aussie Mail, good on it.
Dial up.
Been saying it for ages. If only they had better plans, on the mobile phones on 4G.
But I'm going to have.
There's going to be so many people that won't even need a home phone. They don't need a home phone now. The only reason they've got it is because of the internet.
Yeah.
My new pooled data with my daughter's account, we've got about 43 gigs of phone data a month, and I think that's going to be enough. Mostly it'll go to her YouTubing while she's on the school bus or at lunchtime at school.
Well, I was so as I said, I looked up Belong again today, or the other day, or whatever, and they were doing not bad plans. They weren't at the unlimited stage, but as far as I know, they're like a bit of a Telstra subsidiary, or Telstra offshoot or whatever. So they can't be half bad. But the interesting thing about them is they've got unlimited data banking, and they've also got data gifting. So that's worth looking into, because I thought, well, although they had a $40 plan for, I think, 10 gig or something, and then they had a $25 plan for 5 gig, and I thought, well, if it's unlimited data banking, I only use probably 2 a month, so you could go the real low one and then just start banking, and then if the off chance that you need a lot of data, well, then you've got it all banked up. So
I've got some reserved.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to, maybe when Miss Xiaomi arrives, I'm going to probably chuck a little Belong SIM into that and see how this data banking goes. And if the service and everything goes all right, I might get everyone else onto Belong and we can just data gift.
Then the whole family can belong.
That's right.
If I'm assuming the shared data that you get with Telstra would work with that.
Oh, I don't know. What, with the 40 gig? You mean?
Yeah. Well, I've got like one of those little 3G, 4G Wi-Fi thingamajiggies. You put the SIM card in it.
Yep. Yeah.
You can have up to 5 Wi-Fi connections at once on your thing. And I have that. I think I pay $5 a month to have that as a shared data SIM with my account. So any of my data off my normal data gets used on that instead of me having to have a separate account for it.
Well, just to say, it's
So if I've got 40 gig there.
Yeah, well, it says here it's just a mobile plan data. So that little thing that you've got is a mobile thing. So why not?
Would have to keep working, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's handy when the kids are all out in the car. Put your little 3G Wi-Fi thing in the glove box, and
I just turn on a mobile hotspot on my phone.
Yeah, well, that's right. But the hotspot, you take your phone with you wherever you go. But, I could give my 3G thing to my wife and she could take it on the car trip with the kids while I'm at work.
Yeah, they'll get rid of them.
Now, I said I was going to play something at the start of the show to Jason, and I forgot. So, well, let's go into it now. I think Paul from Toowoomba. I'll just let it play because I'm getting feedback while it's going to play. So, hit it, Jordan. Here's Paul. Somewhere out there.
Hey guys, it's Martin Toowoomba here. Just letting you know that on episode 579 a couple of weeks ago, you're talking about ISPs with VoIP provision and equipment, and I just thought I'd share my experience. Now, I've used Exitel with a number of clients, but one of the reasons being that they have they give the opportunity to bring your own modem, and you can also bring your own SIP device, and they will give you the username, password, and SIP gateways and all that to be able to set it up, as opposed to a company like TPG, where they say you have to use their modems unless you go for some fancy, expensive big business plan. And on the domestic ones, you simply have to use their modem, and you can't use any of your own equipment. So check out exitel.com.au and have a look at the Cisco SPA 122 and 112. They're two SIP devices that can be used. But as far as ISPs go, Exitel is one of only a few which will actually allow you to bring your own equipment. Anyway, that's my tip of the week. See ya.
All right. See you, Paul. Thanks for that. Oh, now Paul came to us through, he left that message on the webpage through the little tab that says leave Aussie Tech Heads a message. So good on you, Paul.
You can too.
Yes, you just go to the webpage and have a look. But yeah, so that was good. So thanks for that tip. I think that was probably more relevant to an episode a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, it's always good to have a look around and see what other devices might suit your needs rather than the default device that comes from the provider. I know, I can't remember the device now. Let me have a look through my Facebook. But there was a mate I know down in Canberra, young Chris. He just got the NBN on. Let me have a look. He did send me what he got, and he was going from about on ADSL about three megabits down, and probably a bloody 15th of that up, and it was really, really slow. But now he's cracking 100 down, and he got I think he went to my net phone. I think that's where he got his NBN from. And yeah, it wasn't going too badly, with the modem that they supplied. I think there was a couple of issues with his VoIPs and stuff. But then he went and got a VR 2800. And who was that from? That was a TP-Link VR. Oh, no, that was a VR, 2800. And he said he's never looked back. Officeworks, they price matched it down from $397 down to $334. It was an easy setup and actually getting faster speeds. Win-win, wahoo. Yeah, not bad for someone who used to get 3 to 6 meg. So that was, So always pays to maybe spend a bit extra money, because those ones that the, telcos give you, they're probably only worth $40, probably 20. They probably buy them for 20.
Cheapest crappy modem they can find.
Yeah, that's right. They're all locked down and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so there's a couple of examples. So, also, if you think you're getting stinged on something, maybe it's the modem. So just go and have a look at something else. All right, Jace, what have you got for us this week?
Facebook has announced it will add a dating service to its growing list of new products. The announcement came Tuesday at Facebook's F8 conference in San Jose, California. The yearly event is for app developers and is a place for the company to show off its latest products and services. Facebook has considered adding a dating app for years, but founder Mark Zuckerberg said he felt now is the right time to begin the service. He said that currently 1 in 3 marriages in the United States starts with an internet relationship. About 200 million people on Facebook identify themselves as single. Zuckerberg said the new service will be coming soon. He noted that the service will aim to help users build long-term relationships, not just hookups. And if we're focusing on helping people build meaningful relationships, then this is perhaps the most meaningful of all. He added that the dating service will appear within the Facebook app, but users will have complete control of whether they want to use it. People can choose to enter a dating profile, but this will be separate from an individual's main Facebook profile and will not be seen by users' friends. And Zuckerberg pleased the crowd when he announced the launch of Facebook's new Oculus Go virtual reality glasses. He said the devices would be available immediately. Prices for the device start at $199. The glasses are designed to make people feel as though they're in a particular place without physically being there. The crowd cheered loudly when Zuckerberg announced that everybody at F8 would receive an Oculus Go for free.
Oh, for free? That's all right.
Yeah.
Where can I get a ticket to some of those gigs? Now, did you see through the... I think I posted this up on the Facebook page, but it was the bad lip syncing with Zuckerberg at the Senate hearing.
That was great.
It was pretty.
See that.
Did you see it, Jordan?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah,
Yeah, it was funny. If you want to watch something funny, go and have a look on our Facebook page. Scroll down a bit; it's probably a week old. But
we were talking not back, and not only a couple of weeks back. I think I may have brought it up in the topic about how the lip reading company, whatever it was, that was doing audio to change the words for people that you just can't pick.
Yeah.
That's fake. It was like a whole watch out.
Yeah, they had a guy doing Obama sitting there talking about stuff, and it looked and sounded exactly like Obama. But
That's
it wasn't
right.
Him. It's all computer generated.
Yeah, but this is pretty funny. Look, if you can YouTube it, I think I just
Those bad lip reading guys are hilarious. They've got a lot of good.
Oh,
videos.
really? Have they? Oh, I didn't know that.
Tons and tons. They do TV shows. They did Game of Thrones. That was a really funny one. I really like that one. And The Walking Dead and all of those shows.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but this one was, I don't know, just particularly funny, just the little sound effects and everything that they put through it. And yeah, it's quite funny. Go and do yourself a favour. Go and have a look at it. It is funny.
And you know how Facebook has got so much data on you, and they had the problem with Cambridge Analytica, which incidentally has closed all of its offices now because apparently nobody wants anything to do with them. They lost all their clients. But that aside, somebody on Twitter said Facebook announces plans for a new dating service which will match users based on their medical records and bank details.
Nice. Nice. Well, it's always important to know the bank details of your future.
Yeah, Facebook knows everything.
Yeah, I bet you they do. They know more than they're letting on, I reckon. Yeah, Jordan, did you bring any? You got any edge stories? I got a nice little edge story for you later. But
have you?
Yes. Do you have anything?
I have a couple of stories. I was a bit late to the party again, so I've only got a couple. Excuse me. Noise cancelling windows. Have you read this one?
No.
It reduces outdoor sound even if open. Using the technology applied in noise-cancelling headphones, a prototype device which attached to windows has been shown to halve the level of outdoor noise even when the windows are wide open. Using a small microphone outside, noise is detected and a matching anti-noise is generated to cancel the original sound out. The noise is not completely removed, but a softer, less discernible sound is heard inside a room equipped with the technology. Noise from roads, planes, trains, and construction work can be quietened using the device developed by researchers at Nanyang Technology University in Singapore, in connection with the University of Southampton and Tottori University in Japan. I don't know why we need to know that. Anyway, the device is designed to be placed into a grid-like formation consisting of several units.
Yeah, right. That's interesting.
They are mounted onto the window grills, and researchers say it could reduce up to 50% of noise.
Wow.
Compared to noise cancellation headphones that we have achieved is far more technically challenging than we needed to control the noise in a large open area instead of just in around the ear.
Yeah, well, that'd be interesting to get some of those, wouldn't it? Like if you live in a noisy place, like I keep getting woken up by crows. Like, you know, yeah. I need one of these.
Or dogs barking.
Yeah.
But even for your recording studios and things like that as well, and podcasting studios.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. When you first
Time the
started,
train goes by.
when you first started that, I thought it was like noise cancelling Microsoft Windows, but where it was going. I thought, well,
I just thought that was interesting. It was something a little bit different. It was kind of left us down and not as expected. So I thought I'd give it a read.
it's easy to noise cancel your Windows. Just format C : and then we cancel all the noise.
I just click the mute button, Glenn. It's a bit less disastrous.
I don't think you can. Can you still do format C? I guess so.
Yeah.
I know there's no F
On the C drive. Do you mean right clicking and formatting it?
Yeah,
In
the DOS.
You could actually do at the command line format C : auto test.
Well, I can right click on my
Auto
C
test
drive and hit format if
Are
that's
you
what you mean.
sure?
Hey, what was it? What did the auto test do, Jace?
I don't know why they called it auto test, but it would skip the. Are you sure you want to format this drive?
Oh,
And just
right.
auto to me.
Oh, yes. Well, yeah, well, it was always format C : star. Used to go well. Yeah, because they took away the F disk, didn't they? You can't F disk anymore, apparently. I don't know why you'd
You
want to.
can't you?
Well, apparently not. No, I
I
don't.
thought you could.
I don't think so. I think that's been taken away.
Isn't that just it's a system tool, isn't it?
Fdisk is not a recognized command.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's,
sorry. No, I'm thinking of not Fdisk, the other one. Sorry.
yeah. So I think there's a lot of DOS prompts of old that have sort of just disappeared. I don't know, over
What do they call it when you put your disk through a? What was I thinking of?
washing machine.
When you scan your disk and that puts all the blocks together.
A defrag.
Defrag. That's what I was thinking of. I haven't done one of them in millions of years, but
No,
you
that's
don't
all.
need to anymore.
That's all
I
auto.
haven't done an Fdisk in millions of years either. But
No. Well, I think you can do. I think isn't it? Oh, it starts with D now. Something like an F disk. I think. I don't know. But yeah, I was going to say something else. I forgot now. But anyway, look. Just going back to the mobile stuff. I thought I'd give that a break because I've got one more thing about mobiles. But Telstra has launched a mobile repeater to improve coverage. So remember, there's a couple of news stories earlier on where people used to climb up trees and then stick an aerial from the top of the tree with a little, Vodafone, thing on it, and then under a wire all the way down, just to get the 4G from the top of the tree. Anyway, so that apparently all those little things were interfering with the mobile coverage, and other people were going down, so they're illegal and they're getting busted for it and everything. Well, anyway, Telstra's launched one of their own, and it's called the Go Repeater Antenna, and it's to help users receive improved 3G and 4G coverage where needed. So it's built for people out in the country, those who like to travel, in between areas of patchy 3G, 4G signal, and those who work in offices or live in residence where indoor signal may be weak or lacking. So, look, there's a little picture of it if you're on the YouTube. That's what it looks like. That's a fixed one. There's also a mobile one, but that's a fixed one where you can just lead up to an aerial. Operating on the 3G, 4G, and 4GX network, the device receives mobile signals through the external antenna, also enhances and retransmits the signal to an indoor or in-vehicle antenna to extend coverage. So customers can go and get this Go Repeater on a monthly repayment plan or purchase, and here's the sting, outright, $648. For the stationary version, or $720 for the portable version. So the stationary version will require an external antenna at additional cost. Jeez. But that's what it's all about. But I suppose, look, if you're out in the country and you are getting rubbish internet, it's probably worth the investment, isn't it? If you're on a farm, probably have to Google sheep prices and cow prices. So, you want to...
That's what we used to do in the old days. We used to buy all the little knickknacks off eBay, things you put in the back of your phone case to increase your signal or climb up a tree and put an aerial up or something.
Remember those little FM, you probably still get them, those FM transmitters that, when they first sort of, came out, we used to take them to school, kids listen to their radio, we used to just transmit on that frequency and interrupt their lunchtime.
I remember there was microphones you could buy that were on those FM frequencies back in the days.
Yeah, I'm sure you can still buy them.
Singing on your microphone and everyone would hear it on the radio.
That's right. I'm sure you can still buy it. No one listens to radio anymore.
No.
Hey.
Yeah, B.
They should listen to my
Oh,
radio.
yes, they
Yeah.
should.
Settle down
They
there.
don't listen to any radio anymore. They only listen to Jason's radio.
That's right. I was-
Retro Regeneration on Great Lakes FM. Tune in. Wednesday night, 6 till 10. 80s music, bit of 90s and 70s thrown in too. Back to you, Glenn.
Now, we were just discussing earlier, like before the show, just how many nights can Jason get on the radio, or how many nights can he be heard by Australians and the world inhabitants? And it is a total of 3 at the moment. So it's Tuesday night. Is it Tuesday for Tech Crypto? Wednesday?
Yeah, it's somewhere between Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday, depending on how we get our stuff together.
So Aussie Tech Crypto. Then you've got the radio, and what radio station was that?
Great Lakes FM, Retro Regeneration.
What's it on the dial?
Can you say that with like a full-on radio voice, like like you go to the movies and you'd see a
Great Lakes FM Radio 101.5.
There we go.
Retro Regeneration with Jason. Thanks for listening. Back to you, Glenn.
Well, thanks, Jace. Now, that was very good, very professional.
very well done. You might get a job out of that.
That's the
You might get
standard.
another night on radio somewhere else.
Look, that's the standard Jace does try and bring to this show, but it never sticks. It just doesn't get there, does it?
It gets too
Not when
relaxed.
I have to deal with you lot.
I know. You know, he brings the title of the one of the two greatest podcasters in the world to us, and look what we do to him. We make
And
him
then
do
this show, don't forget, you haven't said this show yet.
Aussie Tech Heads. Yeah.
I think I'm on this one.
Yeah, you are sometimes. Yeah. So
Generally consistently on the same night.
yeah. Can you be in 2 places at once? You're damn good. I'm sure you can. All right. Well, seeing that you're so good, what other stories have you got?
Google is secretly building a social gaming startup, part of its efforts to create a fledgling companies within the internet search giant. The founder and co-owner of the new firm called Arcade is Michael Saman, according to people familiar with the matter. Saman is the 21-year-old wunderkind who started as a Facebook Inc. intern at age 17 and left that company for Alphabet Inc.'s Google last year. Arcade's first app, slated to debut this summer, will have some elements of a trivia game. A Google spokesperson confirmed the existence of Arcade, saying it was focused on mobile gaming with friends, without elaborating on specific products. It's a very early experiment, so there aren't many details to share right now. The effort is part of Area 120, a division where select employees can work on small startups that live inside Google. Arcade's games have no tie-in with existing social networks. Users create accounts with their phone numbers, somebody said. Google is considering it a social media investment because once the game gets to a certain size, it's something of a social network by itself. Google scaled back its ambitions in social media after its Facebook clone Google Plus failed to take off. Still, the search giant has kept toying with forms of social networks, such as app experiments like this, to keep younger mobile internet users hooked on the company's products.
Yeah, is that, what was I going to say, Google Plus, has that died, has it? I think it's still going, but it's just...
It exists, but compared to Facebook, it's nothing.
No. I don't know what was wrong with it. I didn't like the interface, I think. It was just yuck. I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't that great, and everyone was already on Facebook anyway.
Was Hangouts part of that as well?
I think so. I think that sort of came out.
So Hangouts gone too? Yeah.
No,
Hangouts
that's
or Google
good.
Messenger or Allo, or people keep complaining that Google's had like 6 different messaging platforms, and they keep inventing a new one that's not compatible with the others.
But Hangouts are still kicking, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's still good.
It's still there, but they
Hangouts was probably the only one I ever heard of that was half good.
Yeah.
Apparently. I've never used it, but
we tried using it to do this show, and it was a terrible experiment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's sort of, from memory, it was...
And what's Allo? Allo's another new texting one of theirs, isn't it? Allo and Duo?
Duo's all right, isn't it?
Face-to-face video. That's good.
Yeah, Duo should be all right. I'll have to get Duo when I get my
It's like
Xiaomi.
FaceTime for everybody else.
That's right.
So it's a pretty popular Duo, is it?
Well, it's cross-platform, so it's yeah.
Which Apple said originally FaceTime API will be open, so it can be cross-platform, and then they went back on their promise. So
is Duo? Would you say Duo's gained popularity, and there's a lot of people on it? Would you say? Or
haven't heard anything.
Yeah, well, I've never used it.
It was good for me. Mum's in a nursing home, and Dad had to go to hospital for a couple of weeks. So for them to be able to talk, I installed Duo on his mobile phone. He had an Android one, and then I put it on mine, and then they could see each other and talk, even though they couldn't be together, which helped them a lot.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I've used Duo a couple of times because as you know, now we were half Apple at the moment, half Apple, half Android, so we could communicate with each other through there. But yeah, Duo's good. I don't mind at all. It's good. Now, where else are we? What else have you got, Jordan? Anything exciting?
I've got a Windows one.
All right, hit us with the Windows one.
You always spring them on me when I'm not ready.
Well, I can go on with
That's
mine.
Right, mate. It's all right. I've got it.
Glenn likes to keep you on the edge.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm always on the edge. Okay, well, Microsoft, I think it was this week on the 30th, Microsoft 10 users should brace themselves for Monday, the 30th of April, as Microsoft starts nagging them to update their computers. I think you may have talked about this last week, did you, Glenn, that it was coming?
Yeah, it was delayed. They had a few issues, and
the
delayed.
update they should, NHS NHS trusts were late to apply security updates last year, leaving the service in turmoil as malware ravaged computer systems. It doesn't even sound like I'm reading the same article, does it? However, this rollout, initially named the Spring Creators Update, is more featured focused than security driven and will bring a range of new options to users' devices. In a great break from tradition, the update itself should only take 30 minutes. Well, it took me at least an hour today, according to Microsoft, putting previous Marathon operating system installs to shame.
Yes.
Here's a look at some of the new features. We've got cross-device synchronization. It is set to introduce new feature including timeline, which will allow users to reopen previous apps they had been using across different devices. So if you're using it on your, you're browsing something on your phone, you can then browse it on your computer through timeline, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Dictation, users that press the Windows key and the H key will now be able to dictate to their devices using instead of using typing.
Right.
Though this is only currently available in US English. What else is there? Do Not Disturb, a feature called Focus Assist, will now allow users to silence notifications when they want to collaborate on a task at their computer, similar to how this Do Not Disturb mode worked previously. That's kind of it. I was going to play a couple of audio things that explain it, but I'm a bit worried that might go sideways tonight.
Well, I've got a couple. Happening. Yeah, I can expand on a couple of things with that update. Look, yeah, it annoyed me a little bit actually, to tell you the truth. That it was always called the spring update, because it's not spring, it's autumn down here, but anyway, so they've ditched that. They've actually ditched it, and now they're just calling it the April update. So that's another break with it.
It said here it was called the spring update, wasn't it?
Well, I guess it started off as the spring update, but it's the article here that I'm reading in.
Well, it's the spring in the US, isn't it?
Well, that's right, but and maybe that's why they've changed it. So this article that I read from crn.com.au, they break with tradition with the naming scheme of the 2 Creators Update release of 2000. Instead, the company's calling this release the Windows 10 April 2018 update. So other little optimizations will be new capabilities is the delivery optimization. I thought this already existed. You guys might be able to tell me if I'm dreaming or not. But it will enable a single device to download an update and then deliver that update to other devices on the network.
Yeah, so, that's always been the case.
Yeah, it's been there for a while. You could also download your updates from other people on the internet, say someone in the same town, but I always thought that was a bad idea in case someone tries to inject something into there before you get it.
Yeah,
I think it was predominantly just for the local network. I always thought that if you've got the updates sitting on one computer, your computer will naturally be able to collect them from.
They do have that, but they also had it from other computers in the nearby networking.
You can.
Yeah, I wonder why you would even bother though, really.
Well, it might be quicker if they're closer to where you live.
That's what they say.
I turned all that off. Yeah, I like you, Jace. I turned that part of it off.
You can download something from China and then download something from the US and it'll be the same speed, and then download something from Australia and it can be slow. It just depends on the server you're getting it from.
That's right.
Probably did a speed test first.
Yeah, but apparently with it will come introduce a new feature for monitoring the status of delivery optimization using Windows Analytics. So 2 data points that can be monitored will include the number of devices enabled and the amount of bandwidth saved. So look, that's not a bad idea, because I know, like, especially like, say, if I bring home 5 machines here, say, each week, and I've got to, say, I don't know, do an install and update, well, then that's a lot of gig that I'm churning through. But if I can just have all those updates on just one machine, I think that'll work nice. I would like that.
There is a website, I can't remember what it's called, that does download. You can download all the updates to USB.
Yeah,
and then you install them onto any computer that you're needing to install them onto.
Yeah, it's the WUS, isn't it? WUSS or something?
I can't remember. I have used it.
Yeah.
I used it once or twice.
Yeah, WSUS. Yes.
Windows System Update Service.
Yeah, that's right.
Some open source.
Yeah. Also, there's a device management for easier management of devices. Microsoft said that its Windows Autopilot solution will include an enrollment status page as part of the Windows 10 update. The page will show IT to ensure policy, or the page will allow IT people to ensure policies, settings, and apps can be provisioned on the device during the out-of-box experience before the user gets to the desktop. The timeline, which Jordan spoke about, the Focus Assist can be set to come on every day at a certain time and can be tailored to make exceptions for messages from certain people. So I guess you can block your Facebook or block this or block that or block that. So you're not getting.
As soon as the time goes out and the timer goes off, all your notifications that you miss start rolling in. You get bombarded.
Your monitor explodes. That's right.
Yeah,
and
pretty much. Yeah.
And Edge updates, Jordan. This is the one for you. Edge will now include.
I'm still holding out my loyalty to Edge. Don't you worry.
Yeah, Edge will now include a way to mute, much like that Windows story you had, and unmute tabs that are playing audio, while books and PDFs in Edge will now be able to go full screen to limit distractions. A new clutter.
Well, that's great. They must have heard our podcast where I complained about their audio going on and off.
They might have. They do listen. I know they do.
You know what I was thinking about reading it today about the timeline. The timeline stores all your previous, pages that you may have browsed or into a cache or files that you may have browsed. I thought to myself, well, the other week I had problems with, Edge crashing because it was using up too much RAM, and then I realised it's probably because I've got those saved tabs banking up in the little button in the top left corner, and I've got a whole heap of saved tabs in there. As soon as I got rid of those, my browser freed up and started to get a lot quicker.
What's the problem?
So it makes me think, how does Timeline get away with it? They've got all those shortcuts and
they've
saved. I don't know if it's the same thing or not. I don't know. I've only just kind of browsed over it this afternoon.
They've tweaked it.
I've yet to see how much system resources the Timeline's going to use.
The magic of Microsoft. That's what it is. It
might be sluggish. You bring up the search box and type. It might take, you type a letter and wait for it to appear. Something like that.
If you're on a 486DX, that might be a bit slow.
We'll see what happens. We'll see how much
probably wouldn't even run on one of those. Now, so blah blah blah. There's also a new. How's this? There's also a new grammar tool button to aid reading comprehension by breaking those big words on a page into syllables and highlighting the different parts of speech, like nouns.
Is that for podcast readers, by any chance?
No, look, I don't know what that is. I don't know, but
it might help me breeze through my reading a little bit clearer. Eh?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. Maybe break it up into syllables. Yeah, real phoneticize it all. Yes. Jace, what else you got?
Do you remember an app we used to use called xmarks?
Yes.
Would synchronize Firefox browser bookmarks.
It went to xmarks. Didn't it?
They went to xmarks to go across all platforms. Well, if you're a user of xmarks, there's some bad news for you. The service is closing down in a month's time.
Gone.
The bookmark syncing tool, which is available as an add-on for Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, and Safari, is to be shuttered on May 1. Very little fuss is being made about the closure by the company behind it, something which is perhaps indicative of the level of interest there is in the service these days.
Yes.
A banner at the top of xmarks' website reads, "Log Me In is retiring xmarks from its line of products as of May 1st, 2018. After this date, you'll no longer have access to xmarks. Emails also sent out to registered users On May 1, 2018, we'll be shutting down xmarks. Your account will remain active until then. After this date, your bookmarks should remain available in any previous access browser, but they'll no longer sync and your xmarks account will be deactivated. There'll be no impact to your LastPass premium account. In addition, any remaining balance previously paid towards xmarks will be applied as a credit towards your LastPass premium account. At LastPass, we've staked our claim in password management and providing our community with a high level of password security. After careful consideration and evaluation, we've decided to discontinue the xmarks solution so we can continue to focus on offering the best possible password vaulting to our community. I mean, most of them I use Google and just synchronize my bookmarks and history and everything through that. That's why I've got Chrome on all my devices. Not because, I don't like Firefox or Samsung internet browser, but they're all synchronized through Google and I have to log into there anyway, so it just works.
You can't synchronize from Chrome to Firefox, can you?
No,
because I know every couple of months or whatever I'll just import the Chrome ones. So there's cars going up and down the street.
You need that 50% audio noise deduction on your Windows.
I need. Bring it on. So I just Googled xmarks, and you're right. They're gone. They're finished. They've taken everything down.
I don't think I ever used them, but I did hear of it.
Yeah, I used to use it.
Firefox a lot back in the day. Everyone was at one point. I remember even before Google Chrome, it was quite popular.
Yeah. Even before that, do you remember Delicious?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Delicious was a bookmark syncing site where you could post your stuff to and you could go back there and find your bookmarks and things.
So I'm guessing that's gone too?
Yeah, that would have gone a long time ago.
Well, now Microsoft is syncing all the bookmarks and Google is syncing all their bookmarks between devices and stuff like that anyway.
Firefox does too, I think.
Yes, Firefox does. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. They use their cloud services or whatever to sync them between.
Yeah. All right. Jordan, have you got any more? Or
I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants over here, waiting for you to bring up another story.
All right. I know Jason's got another one.
You're going to bring it up?
Yep.
The FTC put 6 companies on notice, telling them in a warning letter that their warranty practices violate federal law. If you buy a car with a warranty, take it to a repair shop to fix it, then have to return the car to the manufacturer, the car company isn't legally allowed to deny the return because you took your car to another shop. The same is true of any consumer device that costs more than $5, though many manufacturers want you to think otherwise. Companies such as Sony, Microsoft pepper the edges of their game consoles with warning labels telling customers that breaking the seal voids the warranty. That's illegal. Thanks to the 1975 Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act, no manufacturer is allowed to put repair restrictions on a device it offers warranty on. Dozens of companies do it anyway, and the FTC has put them on notice. Apple, meanwhile, routinely tells customers not to use third-party repair companies.
And they get away with it.
And aftermarket parts regularly break iPhones due to software updates. The letters warn that FTC staff has concerns about the company's statements that consumer must use specified products or parts and service providers to keep their warranties intact. The FTC wrote in a press release, unless warrantors provide the parts or services for free or receive a waiver from the FTC, such statements generally are prohibited by the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act, a law that governs consumer product warranties. Similarly, such statements may be deceptive under the FTC Act.
Excuse me.
You'll be giving that a run.
Yeah.
Go into Apple and say, my warranty's still covered, even though I had the screen repaired somewhere else, and see what they say.
But this is this is FTC, which is not Australian, though, is it? This is overseas. But I guess we probably should be following the same sort of laws. But I did read a story. I didn't put this one in tonight, but I did read a story about
some shonky reviewers out there, though.
Yeah, but just going back to the Apple, you can get the replacement battery for $39 up until the end of December or something, or start of December for the iPhone 6s and whatever. Well, there was a story about how Apple was unexplainingly finding other faults with these phones when people took in for the battery repair. I have that $39 battery replacement, thanks. Oh, you've also got this wrong with that phone. Do you want to stop do that as well? Fix that as well? So apparently there was some shenanigans going on there. I wouldn't say that was all over the show, but maybe at a couple of stores. Maybe they were looking for work, looking for business, and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, but just going back to that xmarks, I used it, but I don't know. I did find it cumbersome. I don't know if you guys did, but I did. I think I ended up with duplicates all over the show, and the Google Chrome sync is the best one. Yep. All right. Have you got that's it, Jace?
That's it for me.
All right. Well, I think that might be it for us all. How's the Aussie Tech Crypto?
Really good, going strong.
Yeah, episode 15 this week.
The best podcast there is.
Bar one. Yeah.
It's got the Australia's two top podcasters in it, though.
Well, it has. Well, it's hard to beat. I know, it's hard to beat. And the Aussie Mac Zone, don't forget that. That's every week as well with Michael, Zahn and Garth. And keep an eye out on their Facebook page for the live stream. Michael's got the NBN, so he can live stream. Oh, I did say I was going to live stream this week, didn't I? Well, I didn't.
You lie? What happened to that? Maybe we didn't, because the audio was all over the shop as it was.
Yeah, mate.
We didn't know what's going on there.
Maybe next week when I think about it. And and coming soon is I'm going to do something else as well. So wait, stay tuned for that. It'll be a surprise. All right, cool.
Tell me, Jace, the Bitcoin specialist, has the hype subsided at all about Bitcoin, or is it still?
It's going to keep going even stronger this year.
You reckon?
I think.
I'm going to log into my hodl.
So it's still not too late to get in there and have a crack.
I just bought some, so. But as we say on the show, don't listen to anything we say. Don't invest. We're not investor advisors. Do your own research.
Well, that goes without saying for anything. But if you're in the know, I was just curious to know if people are still. I heard a guy. I read an article the other day. I can't remember who it was. It was someone from some big business. I can't remember who it was, and they were criticising the whole thing, saying it's just so blown out of proportion.
A lot of people say that, especially when it's been going down every January, February. The price tanks. That's when you buy, and then it goes up again by mid to middle late year, and then it goes back down again. So it's all in waves like anything else. So you just buy it at the bottom, sell at the top.
Yeah. Yep. So the little ripple still down a bit. Little way off of breaking even for all my investments, but you get that. That's what happens. Yep. But it'll come good. That's like if you can put in like a couple of hundred or something, at least you got something, haven't you? And then if it takes off, well, you might get $20,000 out of $200. You're laughing.
That'd be nice.
It would be. Anything's good. You can get us on the Twitter at Aussie Tech Heads, or at Glenn Goodman, at Aussie Tech News, hashtag Oz Tech Heads, at Warlock, and Jordan doesn't have one as far as I know. What's your email, Jordan? So people, just Jordan at aussietechheads.com.au, that'll get to you.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, that'll get to you. And
I don't have an email that I would share publicly. I'll have to get one. Otherwise, they can use that one.
Yeah, just use that one. I'll get that set up so it'll just forward to you. So I'm not reading all the girls' emails from girls that write into you, Jordan. I know
I can't deal with them all, mate. You got to take up some of the slack.
Well, that's what I was hoping. Yeah, that's what I was hoping. So I'll flush them around a bit.
I grew the beard, hoping that they might leave me alone a bit and go towards the one that's less hairy.
Yeah, well,
which is you.
I don't know.
I mean, Jace, we both got beards. You're the only one missing.
I know. I was going to say everyone's all bearded up this week, aren't you? Look at Jace there.
I might not have mine next week.
No good.
My daughter and my wife hate it. Everyone else loves it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm ready to leave it on.
Gives you more of a sinister look,
Maybe.
I
got to perform on the weekend. I got gigs on the weekend, and I'm like, do I wear it? Do I not wear it?
Why don't you just grow like a real wispy goatee? Just let that blow in the breeze. Did you see, talking about sinister beards, I don't know what the connection is, but just, see Genesis of the Daleks, Jace, is going to be in the cinema in the US.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're re-releasing it for to celebrate the release of the Blu-ray or something. Apparently they're doing Tom Baker's first series in Blu-ray. So that'd be good. Yeah, wow. I know. Yeah, so, and to celebrate, that's a 90-minute, apparently director's cut or something, unseen footage of Genesis of the Daleks. So I wish I could see it, but I'm over here. So it'll probably come as a Blu-ray extra or something. Who knows? I don't know. Well, good. All right, that's it. Thanks everyone for tuning in and downloading on the iTunes. I need a good Android podcast app now, and wherever else you listen to us, in YouTube land or podcast land. What is a good
Android podcast? Did you say?
Yeah, what's a good app for podcasts on Android?
Spotify.
Yeah, but no one that.
I think I had Tubecast for a little while. In fact, I think I still have it.
Pocket Cast is a good one. It's made by Australians, so you know it's going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, I just keep diverting back to Spotify because I don't get the ads. Well, because I pay for it. But, I mean, you know, like the ads on you. I don't mean audio ads. I mean ads on the, you know,
Screen.
when you get free apps that have ads in them.
Yes, yeah.
One of those free apps, you get little ads. But Spotify, I don't get any ads. Kind of keeps making me go back to it.
So what's the Pocket Cast about, Jace? You seem to know all about it. Do you like it, do you?
The podcasting app, download podcasts.
Yeah, yeah. You got something to do with that?
What's it called?
Pocket Casts.
Yeah, is that a good one, is it?
Yeah, it's made by Aussies.
Oh, good. Well, I might just do that.
You don't have Android, do you, Jace?
Yep.
Oh, no, you do. You just got a...
S9.
All right, good.
That's $3.99 there, Jace.
What's that?
And it's rated at 4.6. You see that there?
Yeah.
Well worth it. Yep.
Oh, so they got a browser version as well. Yeah, that's what I brought up
I didn't
here.
know that one.
Yeah, look, all your podcasts right here in the browser, available anytime, anywhere. $9 just once, 14-day
Hopefully
trial.
subscriptions or freemium hoo-ha.
And look who.
14-day trial.
Oh, look who makes it. I thought it's Shifty Jelly. I thought it was Shitty Jelly. Because it's so small. I can't even see with my glasses on. I thought, Shitty Jelly. Oh, sounds nice. All right, good. All right, let's get out of here. Thanks, Jace. Thanks for coming in. And
Alrighty, catch you
hopefully,
next week.
cool. Hopefully see you next week. Thanks, Jordan. Hopefully see you next week as well. And hopefully be heard by you guys as well next episode. So until then.
Maybe we can get some more guests.
Maybe. I think Joe wants to have another stab. So, yeah, we'll see what Joe's up
Is
to.
anyone else out there that wants to shoot in an email and
Yeah, come
have
on.
a go?
Have a go. All right. Lovely. We'll see you then. Cheers. Bye-bye. Have a good week. Go the Sharks.